Hello everyone and welcome back to the GG League. This is going to be Game 3 of a best of 3 series between Osliki Gaming and Kompas Gaming. In the first game we saw Osliki Gaming taking firm control with a Batrider, Slark, and Dragon Knight to kind of roll over victory in the game. In the last game they took a similar control but against 3 right-clicking cores as well as a dire side like in Nature's Prophet. Kompas held on with split push and ultimately were able to take the game on the back of a refresher Doom. So now we're into Game 3. This is the English cast brought to you by Heflatv, and my name is Roxas. And joining me once again for the third game in a row, I have Don Horatio. How's it going, friend?
Oh, I love Skywrath Mage. Yeah, what a hero. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything to say, so I'm just going to go ahead and flame Skywrath Mage. He's the reason they lost. Definitely wasn't the reason they lost, but I don't know. It was an interesting last game. It was like you said. I mean, you have a really jacked Ember Spirit, and they just couldn't finish the deal and break high ground as efficiently as they wanted to. And it took a couple of tries to get the first couple of racks, and from there on out, I mean, just the 3 cores got too jacked, and nice little win there from Kompas, holding out. They played the last 15 minutes. I don't want to say perfectly, but it was pretty damn close. Like, they found all the right pickoffs across the map with their heroes. The global gank, like you said, with Nature's Prophet and the Nyx Assassin. It was just impressive to watch them turn that around from 2 racks down and just take the win. It was very, very impressive endgame.
The Mjolnir choice was so smart, too. Like, I think that the Furon kind of detected they were going to be playing on the back foot a bit, and they went Mjolnir first. And that just... The most important part of that is just you push out waves so easily. Mm-hmm. And just throwing a Mjolnir charge on one of the creeps as well does really well. And I'm just so impressed that you think that when you think about winning a game like that, when you have a Lycan and Fear on the dire side, you think, okay, they both have Necro books, right? Just because it makes it so easy to push out the lanes. It makes sure gives you a lot of damage in team fights as well as helps you push the racks. But they didn't even build those. That was just the most nuts part for me. It was just almost pure outplaying. Just Mjolnir and Hex is basically all that Nature's Prophet has. And after that, he just had his positioning. That's all he had to work with. And did really well with that. I mean, Lycan very quietly got his farm. Doom, I mean, he's Doom. He's going to get a lot of money because he devours for bonus gold. And he didn't even go Midas that game as well. That was a really farm Doom without a Midas. And we're used to seeing these really fat Dooms go, Midas Devour. It's kind of like the same thing as building a Midas on Alchemist. But, it was just an overall really impressive performance. But Kompas, they're going to pick up Disruptor first for them. They don't want to play against Disruptor again. Rightly so. I think that the Disruptor play was absolutely brilliant coming out of Obi-Wan in both of those last games. And they pick up their Doom, and they pick up Vengeful Spirit, support that's really seen a lot of play just recently. Just not only because of what she provides her team, that's always been the same. With a swap that goes through BKB, the Instant Stun, the Vengeance Aura that helps you push, helps you take Roche, as well as the minus armor, just the way that she completely busts up the physical damage. But just the negative aura, actually, you can see it make a big difference in the fights after she swaps and initiates, and you see these close fights that would have gone the other way if that patch actually hadn't gone through. But picking her up nice and early, she's really flexible. I personally, Vengeful Spirit's one of my favorite supports for that reason. So they're going to be able to secure her. And as far as Kompas, we'll have to see. The other OP heroes are still on the board, such as Invoker. Not Bat, unfortunately, but...
Yep. And yeah, Vengeful Spirit, I mean, single target stun, always nice to have, like you said. I mean, it's just a solid support. There's really not a whole lot else you could say about it. And brings something unique to the field now with that minus aura that we haven't really seen before. So that's why it's kind of an interesting pick in these times. And we see the Puck rounding out the first phase of picks for Kompas, and I mean, Blink initiating hero. Gorek plays it a ton. This is one of his most played heroes in the off lane. So we'll see if it goes that way. It's definitely more of a Gorek style hero than a Jet style hero. Jet's the farming, carrying sort of mid, and then Puck's just not his style. So almost certainly going to be Gorek on that, I can assume. But we'll see.
Yep, absolutely. They actually do ban out the Skywrath Mage. I think that in particular just absolutely craps on Puck. Not even just in the laning phase, but just in general. Puck is just so squishy, absolutely relies on her abilities. I mean, even at like level 16 with Strength Treads, the hero can have like 1,000 health, so pretty important to not have that. But they also ban out Darkseer, a hero that we haven't seen, but I'm not sure. Has it been banned the past 2 games? It could just...
It is not. I don't think it has. I just don't think they've picked it.
Yeah, interesting. But Treant Protector, we did see that banned out, so they're going to Also, also going to pick that out. So Lycan is not in the pool, but they could. Let's see. There are kind of two ways to kind of roll with the combinations of the Vengeful Spirit. You get another support that's really good with her. Someone like Lestrak, Lena, Visage, heroes that do a lot of nuke damage and can do a lot with a setup stun. And then I think Enchantress also works very well, especially on the Dire side, just being able to take Roche using Untouchable as well as Vengeance Aura. Or you can just do something like Vengeful Spirit Luna. It's pretty cheesy in concept, just stacking auras, but actually really effective in the lane, especially your offlaner. Even if it's Puck, take like 3 right clicks and they're half health, and that can also be pretty powerful. But the strategy is pretty wide open from here. They do ban out the Wraith King though. Don't want to face that unkillable support once again. And I
really do. I really like the Enchantress idea. I think that would be really fun to watch for us, and I think it would be very effective with the potentially 1 or more stuns with the Vengeful Spirit, and that could be pretty good. Doom, if you throw him safe lane, he can do well on his own. He doesn't need help from a tri lane to really make things go his way. Eventually can hang out if she wants to, but it does allow the roam ability. So I think that would be pretty fun to watch. But we'll see a TA first.
Dire side TA, very good, just using the meld with the minus armor in conjunction with the Vengeful Spirit. Going to be pretty good, but I think it's kind of risky to pick her up this early, just because she does really, really well against Puck, but now Kompas have 3 heroes to pick to counter TA, and it's good just because you have a physical damage core, which is something as we saw it prevailed in the last game. But Puck can just go in the offlane. You don't necessarily have TA against Puck. And if TA gets a bad matchup, something like Viper is normally what comes to mind. All of a sudden, she just has a really bad time. And yeah, she does scale really well with farm, but this is a hero that you want to start taking advantage of level 9 with her, where you have maxed out meld, maxed out refraction. I think that's when that's the most effective.
5
So.
seconds remaining.
Yep, I agree. And it's probably she's gonna be up against the Slark. I'm potentially in a 1v1 here, maybe in mid lane with the Slark. Like I said, Puck Kompas normally runs into off lane, so I feel like Osliki they're in the same scene. They must know that that's what Kompas like to do with it.
Oh my God, Bloodseeker. Okay, I think this hero. I know that you hate him, but I think he's underrated.
I think he's good. Well, I think he's good against Slark.
I mean, he has a silence that goes through BKB and can't be dispelled.
Yeah, no, it's like since the last patch, he's definitely a worthwhile pick, and especially against the Slark, it's just ridiculously good against that hero.
Yeah, and this is 3 cores as well, with the Doom, Templar Assassin, and the Bloodseeker. You can't shut them all down. And their initiation, yeah, they lack initiation, but that's just not really the name of the game in this patch. It's just getting people that can farm items and right-click you. And then they all have the Vengeance Aura, which I think is underrated. What is it, 38% damage at level 2? And not to mention, Bloodseeker and Templar Assassin builds straight damage. She doesn't really build agility, so it's not going to be the greatest for her. She doesn't lack damage anyway, but Bloodseeker, that guy usually wants to build stats, and he gets a lot of damage anyway, just from Blood Rage and using it on himself. Not to mention the bonuses he gets from Thirst. People do forget it does give you bonus damage, so he's going to benefit from that a lot. But the PA here are going to be picked up right away, so that's 3 cores shown. What do you think about this PA pick?
I think that a lot of their damage is coming from 3 physical damage dealing heroes, so I think that's pretty good. And with the Vengeful Spirit as well, committing quite a bit. Blur will be very effective this game. MKBs all around for Osliki. And it's not great against TA, is the PA. That's too many A's and other letters. But, I don't know, decent against Bloodseeker, I would say. And a hero that can get... getting doomed is painful, but you can still kind of man-fight through it occasionally. I don't know. I think it's okay. I mean, it always comes down to the crits and the luck with this hero, unfortunately. But she'll
skill,
probably do
man.
fine. She'll do fine in lane, I think. Tie Hunter will be the pickup here. This is
That's really, really greedy.
They have.
I think that's a jungle Doom.
They have like no magical damage at all on Osliki. I mean, they have some, but it's not a lot. They have Anchor Smash, which is actually that's physical, so that's not even magic damage.
They have Ravage.
They
have Magic Missile.
They have Ravage every 150 seconds.
Dude,
they have Gush.
They have Scorched Earth. That you get burned.
They have no reliable AoE damage. Oh, if they're gonna go Wisp, the Wisp goes well with either Slark or PA. That they both combo decently effectively. So that's
a little
some
bit
versatility
out of the box draft, just all around it. It seems like neither of them really had a very set plan. So
yeah, I was thinking. Dungeon Spirit, I like her in a Roman combination. I would have liked to see more punishing of lanes happening, but both these teams have what seem to be very passive lanes here. I do not expect a lot of action until level 6, and then there might be a bit of an explosion. But yeah, no ability to punish each other.
Everyone
very
wants
similar
to farm.
It's very similar to game number one. Yeah, game number 1 was very passive at the start. It's gonna have a very similar start to that, but these teams are completely different than they were in that game.
Yep. Well, going to be going and introducing the teams. Winners of Game 1, losers of Game 2. It's going to be OSG. Let's starting it off on the Doom, being played by Bignum. Looks like it's just going to be a Max Greed Jungle Doom. Obi-Wan going to be playing on your Vengeful Spirit. Tidehunter going to be taken to the off lane by Judo once again. Bloodseeker going to be taking up the hands on Inquisitor in the safe lane. And going in the mid lane, it's going to be Chomi playing on the Templar Assassin.
And on the side of the Comeback Kings, Kompas Gaming, we've got the Puck taken to off lane or potentially mid by Gorek here. We've got the Wisp played by, oh my god, purple font, Fee Solo Meko, the stand-in. Joining him will be Artez in the mid lane with the Slark. PA can be played by Jet, probably heading bottom here. And last but not least is Killick on that Disruptor.
Yep. So I think the Wisp Slark is really good to counter the TA. Dark Pact, a lot of instances of damage. That's going to be able to remove the refraction pretty well. And in general, in a 1v1, TA would do incredibly well against Slark, just because he's so squishy and he can't deal with the refraction. But the same goes for Wisp. Or sorry, not the refraction, the side blades. And the same goes for Wisp. And I think it's kind of interesting that Chomi just goes ahead and puts the points in refraction right away. I think normally you would want to hold the point until you get to the lane and see if you can get a lot of damage at level 1, just with the side blades. In particular, I think that's, like for example, that's really good against Invoker, because he can't have any spells at level 1, and he's quite squishy. You can't deal with the damage from the side blades. And what are they going to have? They're just going to have Pounce as well as Tether, which is not really like the scariest thing at level 1, but just a minor detail to note, I think.
Yeah, just playing it safe. I mean, he knows it's against that dual lane, so...
Yeah, it looks like he goes Dark Pact at level 1 to try to remove those refraction. He removes those 3 instances right away, but just going to be fighting a bit for CS. And keep in mind, if the laning phase just goes okay for OSG, they're doing great. They're running a Jungle Doom, man. Like, Max Greed, this is like what EG did. I mean, no spoilers, but EG ran just a Jungle Batrider and had Zai play Clockwork in one of their games recently. Just because, their opponents had a really greedy draft. They're like, all right, well, we can go with a full-on jungler. So they did it and ran 4 cores. Had PPD play the hard support. So it was like he was playing a pub.
I mean, KBG, they have a Wisp lineup, so they can't really do a whole lot until that hero gets level 6. I mean, they have a PA who needs her items to do anything. Disruptor is not great by himself, just going around and picking off heroes. I mean, they can get away with this. There's no reason not to do this.
Do you see Judo fighting to find this ward?
It's hard, man.
Normally you see it in this warding spot right here. He's already eaten through 3 tangos. He only has 1 left, and he can't find it. It's being pinged out by Vengeful Spirit.
Don't look. Oh, they're both like pinging like other sides. They're not sure which one it is, but I mean, like, man, this is just so suspenseful.
This is the most interesting thing that's going on right now.
It is, which is a statement on the greedy level in this
game.
game.
As she walks down the stairs, she should be able to see this. Come on, Obi-Wan. Come on. Alright, whatever. We didn't really talk about the Puck versus Bloodseeker in particular, but that's actually an incredibly good matchup for Bloodseeker.
Starker's just going to screw with him now, but...
Wait, what? Oh.
Alright, they found it.
Alright, hide and seek is over, but Puck, unless she gets this harassment off and Inquisitor doesn't get any last hits because he can just regen with Bloodbath, the Blood Rage, just spamming it onto Gork, you can't really deal with it, just because Puck is so squishy in general. And whenever there's a poor man shield finish up on Inquisitor, just Puck can't out-harass him. That's usually the power of Puck in 1v1, is that she hits quite hard. Just hitting for 61 damage right away from range and has 600 attack range, I think, 550. Very good attack range. But against Bloodseeker, it's just basically impossible as long as he's able to get
Bottom
some
lane,
CS.
Killick eating a stun, Anchor Smash to follow up. Wisp will come in and try and save his buddy, and will help out quite a bit, but Killick, oh, so close, down to 20 HP, I believe, there. Doom actually down here as well. Can they find a return kill? I don't think so, yeah.
They don't have the strongest lanes.
No, they do not. Neither team does. It's just like... That was the closest we'll ever see anyone get to killing anybody this game. It's literally be a 0-0 game at the end.
Wow, that's... I don't know if that's true, Kyle.
They're gonna play so greedy, like, oh, we can give up this tower. Oh, we can give up this Rax. Oh, we can give up this throne. It's fine.
We can give up.
We don't need that.
It's funny trying to, like... So when I'm trying to explain to someone, you know, how Dota works, and they're... Yeah, because it seems weird to think, like, you know, why is everyone just at the beginning of the game just hitting creeps and looking at each other, and they're not, like, just going to fight, right? Like, whenever I first started playing Dota, I would always, like... You remember me? I would just, like, try to shackle people and power shot them in lane. You're like, Travis, why are you doing that? I'm like, dude, they're hurt now.
I gotta waste my mana.
I just...
Oh my goodness. Don't even remind me of those terrible times.
Wow. I just...
Thank God you got at least kinda better.
Wow, thanks. Well, what I was going to say is just, like, you know, the ultimate goal is... So you say, like, all right, the ultimate goal... Oh, actually, Haystream picked up on Bignum. He pops the Scorched Earth. Wisp might be dead. No, able to tether up to Artis.
What a spell.
So he'll be just fine. Bottling up as well. He's already got that bottle. So he'll be just fine. And Doom just going to run back bottom lane. Like, Bignum feels... He's running around like he's playing support. Doom.
I mean, I don't know. He's kind of doing
Who's
that.
actually supposed to take the farm down here?
Doom now.
It's just one of those things where you're like, all right, well, if we're all trying to fight the last hits, at least one of us will get them.
Yep.
The thing is, even if you're trialing against a PA, if she just has a magic stick and like a Ring of Basilius, she's always going to have the mana to just Stifling Dagger for last hits because she has such a terrible int pool that the magic stick and the Ring of Basilius do a lot more. She doesn't have Ring of Bassi yet. We usually see that picked up, if not a bottle. Just because it's basically like having a Scythe of Ice on any other hero. You just have endless mana. It's great. But still, she's getting a lot of CS, already sitting at 26 for 6 at 5 minutes, despite being tri-laned against. Which is very awkward, I think.
I mean, like, okay, well, Killick might actually be dead here. Yeah, that one, they finally get him. Oh, Jet, that was a really brave Blink Strike. He just had another Blink Strike for 10 seconds, but he'll manage to run up, and Bignum trying to go ham there, but not going to happen.
Yep, but
oh,
Slark comes down, he gets a pounce as well, Dark Pack is there. Judo, he's going to go down. So all three of them get experience for that.
And Bloodseeker kills Puck Top.
Yep, you can't deal with that harassment, man. The harassment from Blood Rage is really, really hard to deal with.
Yeah,
and then once you get below half health, he gets the Thirst buff. He can just kill you, and then he Blood Rages you, and you can't orb away. It's a really, really hard matchup for Puck.
Yeah, it's not fun. It's not a good time.
Yeah. Looks like TA will be going in for the Hand of Midas. She's picked up the Gloves of Haste. What is kind of the standard build these days. I'm not a big fan of it, but, you know, to each their own. I like to just run around and kill people. Some people like to go farm. But I'm not pro for a reason, and that's because I don't build Midas on TA.
That's actually the only reason.
That's the only thing holding me back.
You're so stubborn.
I don't know, man. I'm like you, refusing to build Necrobook against Mirana team.
Necrobook's terrible.
Dude,
it's like
we would have won that game if you built a Necrobook.
My goodness. I'm not that kind of guy, though.
I know. I got doomed because they had a Doom, and I was anti-mage, and then my items meant nothing. All right, anyway, talking about this game, Puck has picked up the Phase Boots. And it looks like Doom will be going for the Mechanism. He's picked up a casual Ring of Regen. You don't usually build that into a Force Staff or a Soul Ring or anything like that, nor pick it up this early. Okay, actually Tranquil Boots is fine too. So he builds that into Tranquil Boots.
God, PA is the most jam-packed stash of all time.
Wait, really? Who?
Look at it.
Who?
PA.
Oh!
Her stash is literally full. She just bought Tangos.
Well, I'm not... Alright, that's cool.
What's up with that? She's like, oh, I need to buy something to fill my stash up. I'll get some Tangos.
Should have just bought another branch.
Oh, Killick getting, Judo getting hit by that crit dagger. Feeling
Yep,
pretty
this
bad
is a level
that.
6 PA now, and 8 HP. Already used the sack, but the Thunderstrike can be able to secure it. But Artist coming up with the help of the Wisp. Going to be pouncing on Obi-Wan as well. There's a Dark Pact. Right click's going to be able to secure that kill.
Puck dead again.
In the meantime, Puck dead again. It looks like Inquisitor's going to be going for the drums. Pretty standard to see on Bloodseeker. Just he needs the stats. The movement speed synergizes very well with the effect of Thirst. Not to mention the attack speed, pretty good. Plus, Bloodseeker, notoriously squishy. He has very high DPS with not very many items, but he's very squishy. He's really easy to burst down, very susceptible to magic damage, which is why BKB is so core on him. But getting those drums is going to help him out. I think drums is hardly ever bad, which I think is weird.
It's just a good item.
It's just such a double standard because, like, the same thing could be said about Sanjin Yasha, but everyone's like, oh, Sanjin Yasha's so bad. Like, I guess the price is, one of those things, and Sanjin Yasha doesn't give an aura for your team, but,
Yeah, well, drums just, like, it's so good, and, like, when you building it first. Like, SNY takes too long to make for it to have that same sort of impact.
Yeah, I guess so.
And then, like, it just has components that are useful all the time. I mean, like, SNY, it's a slower build-up, whereas drums, you can get that bracer up nice and early, which is really, it's a good item for anybody, really. So, I don't know.
Yeah,
Jet's farming really well, but Bloodseeker's just...
He's just, why would he want to leave if he just gets a free puck delivered to him every time Gorik has to go farm?
Oh, now Gorik has to go bait.
He does. He throws out an Illusion Orb to see if anyone's there, but Slark comes in, misses the pounce, so Wisp is coming in as well, and the Rupture is going to be there. He's going to be using the Silence, but that's actually just going to give him a lot of damage. There's going to be the stun thrown up, and Illusion Orb is going to be able to secure the kill. Now Obi-Wan's in a little bit of trouble. Shadow Dance is going to be used for the region as well, and now the pounce is going to be able to land. It's actually going to be a double kill for Gorak, so really good that they go for him, but TA comes up with a Haste Rune, Melt Strike on the Gorak. There's going to be another one as well. Now Wisp is going to be blown up, but he's caught by the pounce, doesn't have Melt for 1 second. Going to be able to melt again, but bottling through it has Refraction a bit as well. I think he could have gone for that, but, well, alright, never mind. You always make fun of aggressive play.
Yes, I do.
Jet getting harassed by the Stifling Dagger. It's pretty significant. The phase boost, she's kind of hurting as well. She's going to be going for the phase drums build. I really like that on PA.
Oh my goodness.
Specifically for the mana pool.
It's a DD rune on that Templar Assassin.
Templar Assassin, Shadow
Killick?
Fiend are two of the scariest heroes.
Almost.
That was the most casual glimpse of his life.
It's like, yeah, you can just go away after dealing over half my health with 1 strike. It's fine. Slark?
He does have
Shadow Dance.
it does have Shadow Dance. Refraction is there. Esther Shift's going to be there, but she has the trap. Rupture is there. Here comes Bloodseeker. Trap is going to be there to slow him up.
Gorik's like, oh, come on.
And now there's a Blood Rage on the Gorik. Melt Strike
that DD's still up, boys.
The DD's still there. And
nice
the
phase
shift.
Oh my gosh, she got out.
Coil, but it doesn't matter. Bloodseeker doesn't care at all. Wisp is just sitting there hitting him with his balls, but, well, Inquisitor's going to casually take some CS, and as well as TA. She's going to find a Rune Bottom as well, I think. No, never mind. It's not 12 minutes, but Inquisitor getting gone on. He's just Blood... Look, they cannot take this damage from this Blood Rage. They're all so squishy.
Blood Rage. What a player.
This is such a smart draft, I think, from OSG.
It's cool. It's a cool draft. I like it a lot. It's very aggressive, and I mean, the Doom, he's got his level 6 now.
They have so much late game, too. Like, that's the funny part, is when you both can have very aggressive laning and have the good late game assurance, like, that's kind of what people draft for, is like, all right, we want the trump card late game, because it's just a comfortable thing. It's really crappy to play a game when you have like a Pugner or something, you hit a point and you're like, well, the longer this goes, the worse it is for us, but I guess we haven't lost yet, so I guess we're just going to keep playing this game until they come kill us. I mean, this just feels bad, you know?
Yeah, sounds about right. Bignum?
PA going to be going on the Bignum, but gets doomed immediately, but Artist throws out the pounce. He has Shadow Dance once again. But he's taking a lot of tower shots. There's going to be the glimpse right away from the TP in from the Vengeful Spirit. Judo coming in. Now Gush is going to be dodged by the pounce, taking the tower shot as well, using the magic stick. But he buys a TP scroll in anticipation of death. Uses the dark patch right away, getting back. He gets denied by those ancients. But Bloodseeker just kills Puck once again.
Oh, what a guy.
I mean, and he's buying a Blade Mail as well. The cool thing about Blade Mail on Bloodseeker in particular is that Rupture... I mean, the controversy and not controversy, but kind of the reason that people don't like Bloodseeker or say that, oh, he's quote-unquote bad, is that he's a ganking hero that doesn't have a way to cancel TPs. But what you can do is when you silence them, what they want to do is they want to fight, because they want to fight with their extra damage. They can't use their abilities to get away when they're ruptured. And if you use the blade mail, that means you're always going to come off on the positive end of that fight.
You're also dead.
He's also dead, but regardless of that, it just buys you a lot of time before you buy something such as an Abyssal Blade, which is normally the most common, which actually does allow you to cancel TPs out. But still, even forcing someone to cancel to TP
really
out
good at Roche.
just for a 60-second cooldown on your ultimate, I think that's worth it. Yeah, they were taking Roche, but I mean, kind of to be expected when you have max meld on a TA. That's what Dire Side TA does.
Hero's really good at Roshing.
Yep. Yeah, she is. She's good at a lot of other things too, like killing people. Casual Shadow Dance. That's just. I mean, Bloodseeker wasn't alive. I really don't know why I did that.
TPM. Can they actually stop this tower from going down?
Yeah, they can, but there's a rupture immediately on the Artist. He's going to use that bonus damage to just... Oh, there's a good deny. Inquisitor going to be trying to man up on him. He gets the Bloodbath regen as well. But Jet throws out the Siphoning Dagger. But the swap? Oh, but the Blink Strike too strong anyway. And Gore comes in. He's not caught. Oh, there's the Ravage. He's not able to phase shift that, and he dies to the right click after the Anchor Smash. But Doom going to be going off on the Killick. He doesn't really care. He casted all his spells. There's going to be a TP out from your Phantom Assassin as well. And Killick, it's only a level 1 Doom. He's going to be able to survive.
Yep,
mid-lane.
2-for-1 trade, Ravage
Oh my god, Shomi got critted. Does he have Refraction? Does he have Meld? 15 HP. He can Refraction out of this Meld as well. Do they have any TPs? Oh my... Okay, drops a Sentry. Crits him right away. Takes that Aegis. But he's going to come back with full mana. Pops a Refraction right away. Meld Strike onto the Wisp. That's another reason why this hero is so good against Wisp. So squishy, 0 armor. So taking beyond pure damage after 1 Meld Strike. She has finished Treads, which is usually indicative of going for Blink. If you go Phase Boots, most TAs don't go Blink. By the way, speaking of
Oh my god, poor Jet. Where are your crits, buddy? Oh my god, not a single crit. That was like 6 attacks.
Not to mention a dagger.
Oh, Gorek.
Got it.
Easy.
Yeah, you might wish to retract your last move. But Chomi...
Slark. God, Bloodseeker just kills people.
Wait. Really?
Just killed Slark.
Wait, where? Oh, the buyback symbol is covering his health, so...
Yeah, he did.
Bloodseeker's underrated, man. This hero is pretty good.
He's really good against Slark. It's, like, absurd. Like, he's good against two heroes in this game.
He's not one of those, like, good heroes, like Invoker or Puck or Bat or something. But against some heroes, he's just, like, really good.
Yeah, like, I mean, well, he was
That's
picked
kind of
after
the way TA is, you know?
Yeah, he was picked after the Puck and the Slark, so it's just like, well, this looks like a pretty good idea. And then they did it.
It was banned in game 1 as well, so...
Yeah, it's just... The silence is just such a pain to deal with for anybody.
Not to mention, like, in a team fight as well, it's a very good team fight utility for buffing your allies as well, because they pop their own BKB. Heroes that don't really rely on their spells too much, maybe like a PA, you can just give them more damage through their magic immunity. It's pretty nice. Dream Coil going to be used on Inquisitor, but he's going to turn around, he's going to Rupture Puck. Puck's going to try to TP out, just one right click will be able to kill him, he gets it. And he gets a Bloodbath as well, he's going after the Wisp. The Wisp does give him the Thirst buff, and now he's going after Artist. There's going to be the Doom committed as well, that's going to be a double kill.
Not in time to save him, he just relocates himself out.
And he's just going to die when he comes back.
Yes,
This sets up a really easy Meld Strike. Oh, pops a DD as well. Kaboom!
Yeah, they're...
And she's going to be going for BKB as well. So BKB first on Chomi. They can't do anything about a TA that has a BKB. Like, they have no disable that goes through BKB until Killick gets an Aghanim Scepter. And that's just not going to happen.
Yeah, I mean, taking both tier... Both
Her
of
BKB's done, too.
Yeah. Yeah, she's pretty jacked right now. It's pretty good.
Meanwhile, PA, looks like she's finished up her Battle Fury and a little bit of gold. Casual Bracer into the Battle Fury. People kind of realize that Battle Fury is good just for damage and regen. It doesn't necessarily always have to be a farming item. It's just kind of like associated. Like, Battle Fury for a long time was just, before Ember Spirit was introduced in the game, was like only associated with Anti-Mage. Kind of the same way that Bloodstone is kind of only associated with Timbersaw. Meanwhile, Invis Rune on Inquisitor. Who does he rupture? He ruptures the PA, silences her right away, and there's going to be the Static Storm as well. But he's just going to die the right clicks, no evasion at all.
Getting wrecked by Blade Mail.
It's a Blade Mail actually just killed him. Wisp is going to die as well. TA shows off the 10-second BKB. And Slark, does he manage to get away? Yeah, he does manage to TP out. Does the silence actually disable her evasion?
Yes.
I know that the silence disables things like Bash. Like for Spirit Breaker.
Hold on, I'll Google it really quick.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Because
attack.
it seemed like he didn't miss a hit.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I don't know.
This game's getting out of hand, man. 12K, 12K.
Bottom tower is
Oh, I
under
haven't had
attack.
net worth up. I apologize about that. Thought I had had that up.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
Silence does disable evasion.
All right, well, that's pretty good.
Yes.
That might explain why
I
she only has
agree.
1 point in Blur. So,
Yeah, that's a.
Tide does have Blink. He doesn't have level 11 just yet. Only level 8. A little bit curiously under-leveled. But now TA, she picks up her Blink, so now she can sell her wand, go for something like the Desolator, I think would work wonders. Speaking of which, TA, she's getting gone on by a relocate, spotted by the rune, but she pops a BKB. She's going to be going for Wisp. Ah, but the crit! Gonna be able to clean her up. That's an 835 gold coin to Phantom Assassin. But the relocate back, gonna be able to clean him up with the Ravage and the Doom and the level death right away. Static Storm on the. Well, he just stands there with Blade Mail.
Oh, Disruptor.
Oh man, that's a triple kill for your Doom. This is. It's looking like a very short game, my friend.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, like the plan for KPG, I like their lineup idea. It's cool, but the two heroes that needed to give this PA time just both got uber wrecked by this Bloodseeker. Like Slark and Puck are just they're hard countered by this hero, pretty much, and it showed in this game. It was just absurd.
It's pretty good. There's going to be a glimpse
Oh,
back
no.
from your Vengeful Spear, but able to get away. Is there going to be a pounce? But the Howl's
She's
there.
manning
Shadow
up.
Dance going to be used right away. All right, well, Dream
almost got
Coil
out,
has to be
actually.
committed to cancel the TP. You got that one support, and now you all have negative damage.
Get wrecked, idiots.
I mean, that's annoying. She's like, I'll buy a 4-staff. So that doesn't happen again.
That Disruptor is minus damage already. He's just chilling out.
It hurts.
It does hurt.
It buys Puck a blink, but, I mean, Chomi's got bigger things in mind. He's going to be looking towards that Desolator. Denies that creep. Judo farming some Ancients, going for his own 4-staff, so full-on mobility. There's no mech on their team. Or, sorry, Doom does have the mech, so he picks up his own blink. He did go for a minus as well, so items galore are going to be coming up. And now there's a DD picked up from Bloodseeker. When he gets Blood Rage, he's, oh my god, 120% when you get a DD is absolutely absurd. He's spotted. There's a relocate coming in. I imagine he just gets a triple kill here. Pops the BKB and throws a Rupture on the
He
Jet.
just wants the Wisp piece.
He just wants the Wisp. He's going to be able to kill him. Pops the Blade Mail as well. And now this is 5 heroes
1v5.
against King's Visitor. Is he going to Blood Rage himself? Is he going to silence anyone? He Blood Rages himself, but does end up getting critted by Phantom Assassin. So
So he can't take a 1v5.
he can't take a 1v5. What a noob. Go back to farming.
Idiot.
Yeah, seriously. Second 4-staff picked up now, finished by your Tide Hunter. And so I think Desolator is pretty good here. We do see sometimes when TAs are snowballing, they go for the crit right away. It's a little bit less expensive, but I think just Deso when you're ahead is just one of the best items in the game, because when the other team is under-leveled and they don't have very much natural armor because they're lacking so much agility, one hit from Deso means they take pure damage.
Yep,
So.
I think that's just absurdly good in this situation.
Yeah,
I think
Jet,
he
he gets
gets
anchor
like-
smashed as well from the magic missile. He blinks to the Wisp from the tether, getting overcharged. You're not going to be able to get him, but still, how do they defend their tier 2 towers if they can't win any fights? There's the Wisp trying to hit people with his balls, but
Well, the first step to defending this tower is losing your courier. They got that done already.
wait, they did?
Yeah, Radiant's courier.
It's only a TP scroll for your disruptor, so.
I don't know. I just like, oh, Artis just
Alright.
whipping the pounce there with the Shadow Dance. Well, now they can
Shadow Dance, but there's a
Oh,
blink
what
and a Ravage as well. There's a glimpse on the Judy. He's in the
That's
Status Storm. He doesn't care. He already popped the Ravage. Doom is on the Jet as well, so he has no evasion. Artist, he's trying to go on the Vengeful Spirit, but he can't even get that. And there's a triple Dream Coil going to be used. 2 of them going to be broken right away. Chomi just getting a triple kill very casually. Puck, very low health. Being chased by Judo. Phase shift right away. Phase shift blink. Dodges the anchor smash. He's the only one alive on his team. John's away. Spotted by this ward. Gush. Gonna be able to clean him up.
Gosh's range is ridiculous.
That's pretty
It
good.
feels way longer than that circle shows, actually. Like, I don't know.
It's because like you only have to be there for the cast animation, and after you get the cast animation, if they move outside the range, it still hits.
Top tower has fallen.
But it looks
Well,
like Tony,
Jetpine's
he's gonna do the responsible thing and build an MKB for the PA.
I mean, that is a very responsible thing to do. Well, let's take her going SNY, but at this point it doesn't really matter a whole lot. Jet
It doesn't matter what
getting
he builds.
owned. Oh, he got relocated. Wait, what? Where'd he go?
No,
Wait,
he just blink strikes.
into death.
Yeah, Chomi gonna find a Wisp that's overcharging so he has less health. There's gonna be a glimpse to conveniently relocate him out of harm's way after he kills the Wisp. And that's GG. Very incredibly dominant performance from OSG. Not nearly as close as the last game, but ultimately they'll take a 2-1 in this series and they'll be moving on to, I believe, the round of 8. So incredibly fun to watch, an incredibly aggressive lineup, and well, they're gonna end up taking it.
Yeah, that Bloodseeker pick just did it. I mean, they needed the puck to do okay in that off lane. They needed Slark to do anything instead of just having no kills. Certainly not a good thing. He did have 9 assists. I'll give him that. But
His
Slark,
KDA
you don't want
was
assists.
1.5. Don't worry.
When you're Slark, you want to be the guy getting 10,000.
Like in the first game, like
Yeah. This game was not. Their lanes were very shaky, and they lost to that Bloodseeker.
TA was just good against every hero there as well. Like picking a Wisp, they picked
Wisp
TA
was-
third. So there were 3 heroes they picked after TA, which were Wisp, Slark, and PA. And Wisp and Slark don't do very well against TA. Like people think that. This is one thing that actually kind of bothers me, is just people think that TA and counting her is all about how quickly can you remove refraction, but it's not. It's if you're squishy, you're gonna have a hard time. If you can't burst her down, it's gonna be really hard. And the Tidehunter and Doom, 2 of the most sought after heroes, and then you just have the Vengeful Spirit all around good, and Bloodseeker just absolutely wrecking their entire team as well. Just a complete outdraft, I think.
Yeah, the Wisp pick was the worst decision. I mean, it's a cool idea. I mean, Wisp PA, Wisp Slark's pretty nice, but they just had no backup, and Disruptor was not effective this game, really, at all, doing anything.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's going to be it for us, everyone. So thank you very much for tuning into this Best of 3. Once again, this was brought to you by Heflatv. I am Roxas. With me is Don Horatio. If you liked our casting or hated it and want to let us know either way, you can follow me on Twitter at CallMeRoxas. You can also follow him at Don Horatio. And obviously, if you want more content provided from Heflatv, we aren't the only casters. There's other stuff brought to you. You can check out Facebook and Twitter at Heflatv and Heflamoke on YouTube for all the VODs as well. And obviously, if you liked both of these teams, be sure to check them out and support them as well. So any parting words for you, friend?
No, that about covers it for me. And we're trying to see what else is on later today for us. Nothing on this channel, Heflatv 1. I feel at 19:30. What time is? Hold on, that's 1:30 our time. So that's in 30 minutes. So in 30 minutes there is going to be Starlighter pre. So it's like, oh god, it's the Starlighters. I'm trying to remember what the actual name of the series is called, but it's like Starlighters doing this big old giant tournament thing, and it's starting on Heflatv 1 in 30 minutes. So you should just watch that. And that's what I have to say. Yes.
All right, cool. Well, that's going to be it, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. See you next time. Have a good one.